Do you find a lot of your students are doing the part-time kind of ease into the industry approach? Do the
Yep,
high majority have flexible jobs?
and recently, and I happen in the Raleigh area. I'm about an hour away from Fayetteville, North Carolina, which is a huge military base at Fort Bragg.
Uh,
This we just finished a 10-day pre-license or field training course last Friday actually, and there were two students in there that one was 19 years and 5 months in the military, and one was 19 years and 8 months in the military. So they were planning their next career when they retire at 20 years. So I'm seeing, I tend to have multiple military people. And the other inspector that works for me is retired military. And he told me in the beginning when I was training him, he said, Eric, I've been taught procedure my entire life. He
mm,
said, I can follow a procedure. You show me the procedure and I can follow it. And he's done a great job of that. So I thought, if I ever hire somebody else, maybe I go looking for retired military because they will follow procedures.
they know standards of practice when they see it, and they love
Yes,
nothing
sir.
more. I grew up in a military family, so I have great respect for military, the mindset.
Right.
What other industries do you see being successful home inspectors? Do you get such a unique vantage point? Like, what else besides the military do you find they tend to do well?
Well, I don't know if I can relate it to an industry or if it's the detail oriented people, right?
Okay.
There's
Correlation with being detail oriented, maybe, as opposed to
somebody told me one time, and I've never tried to calculate it, but somebody told me when we walk into a house, we have 1,500 items to look at. And you can, right? Our standards of practice state that I have to inspect a representative number of items, which means one receptacle per room or one window per room or door or something. Well, that's not me. I'm going to touch everything I can get to. And that's the way we train people, is to touch everything you can get to, because if you only inspect one receptacle in a room, that's going to be the one receptacle that's behind a piece of furniture and never gets used. They do the rest of them work. So I think it's the detailed oriented, the be willing to learn a procedure and follow that procedure. And I've struggled because, right, we teach people in this field training how to write a report,
Mhm.
right? We're following North Carolina standards to write a report. And reports are, right, software is either room based or systems based. And the report really needs to come out in systems based, and then all of the electrical defects are together for the electrician.
Right.
For us home inspectors, it would be easier to be a room based. And that's what I noticed in the people in this class when they're starting to learn, is they let the template drive what they do in the field.
Mm,
And I have to say, stop, right? Here, you remember the procedure we talked about, follow the procedure. That means, yes, you got to go from electrical to plumbing and then back to exterior. You got to jump around in the report, but follow the procedure.
oof. That's such a good, that's really insightful. And gives me things to think about on the software side of how we can innovate and improve on kind of that tendency or the reality of going room by room needs to output system by system.
One of the things on that list you gave me is one wish item for Spectora. That's
Yep.
my wish item, is I want a room by room template that produces a systems based report.
It is doable. I know we have looked into this in the past. Yeah,
Right.
we have tossed this around and started talking about the technical complexities of it,
Right.
but
It's going
it's
to be
doable.
complicated.
But
And,
doable.
and then the real complication, though, is, right, I personally have a deficiency or defect or observation in my report that is, I don't know, the receptacles listed above have reversed polarity. And I used the location list in Spectora and create a list in that defect. So I have one defect for reverse polarity. But if we go to room by room, Right now, I now have 3 defects because it existed in 3 separate rooms that,
Right.
that really, for the report, needs to go to 1 defect. So that's your challenge.
It is the industry age-old debate for sure. Yeah, because when there's only one defect present, not an issue. When there's more than one in the same item, and it becomes a challenge. So yeah, I hear you.